Back at it again. Back at it again, boy. Just got off work, man. You already know how I'm coming. It's another one, boy. Yesterday was lit. Yesterday was fucking Duffy. You know, that was a good conversation. I like that. I'm back with another one. Because I see this shit all the time. I actually have a friend that's going through this. But let a couple people get on so I can talk to y'all. This shit is real life, man. Damn. Bro, he just busted a tire? I think that nigga just busted his tire. But, man, obviously y'all see this type of shit happening all the time, man. I see this type of shit happening on Facebook all the fucking time. I see this type of shit happening to some of my friends all the time. I see this happening to their bands. This is a common thing, man, and nobody ever speaks on it. Nobody ever says shit about it. No, and I feel like people in that type of situation and toxic relationship, y'all can go ahead and drop your answers. You don't gotta just listen to me. Drop your opinions. It's 9 of y'all, 6 of y'all in here, whatever. Drop your opinions. Don't just watch me. I'm asking y'all a question. It was a legit question. You don't gotta agree with me. You don't gotta wait for my answer because you already know I'm not finna talk until I get on the highway anyways. So, I'm on my way to the highway right now. So my question was, for ladies and gentlemen, are your kids enough to be in a relationship, a dating relationship, even if it's toxic? That means he cheating on you. That could mean he's arguing with you. That could mean he's beating your ass. That could mean that could mean a lot of toxic. It's not healthy. An unhealthy relationship. Is it worth it? Are your kids enough to stay there with the dude or the female? Because women can do that shit too, just like men can. So we're not going to exclude. Hold on. Damn, bro. This shit is going crazy. Y'all give me a second. Hey, stay on here. Give me a second, y'all. All right, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I had to wake somebody up. But then, okay, let me read some comments first. I would try to make it work for the kids. But if it gets to the point where my kids know or it's toxic, when my kids know it's toxic or it gets worse, then I'll leave because I don't want to put my kids through that. Hold on, give me a second. I thought I saw a cop. But at the end of the day, my kids come first. Okay. No, 86 key co-parent. What do you mean 86 key? I don't know what that means. Oh, the key is co-parenting. Okay. So, I'm on the highway. Here we go. So, I just had this conversation with one of my friends last night. They were going through this. Man, I don't give a fuck about none of that. When it comes to a toxic relationship, you don't need to be, if kids are involved and you're getting cheated on, you're crying, you're upset, y'all hitting each other, whatever the case may be, your kids in that situation, in that environment, because that ain't doing nothing but hurting your kids. Your kids hear and see more than what you think. Y'all think they don't see it. Y'all think they don't hear it. You think they don't know that you're crying and you feeling like shit. Y'all think that. Parents really think that shit. But they see all that shit. They hear all that shit. If a little boy seeing his mama getting mistreated by his daddy, and she's staying for the sake of the kids, man, that's not for the kids. Because you want your kids to have a daddy, or you want your kids to, that nigga gonna be a daddy regardless. That nigga gonna be a daddy regardless. Whether you with him or not, he's still that kid's father. Obviously, the family, his family was not important enough for him not to cheat on you or beat on you or treat you like shit or treat you with respect. That's what it boils down to. Even if it's the other way around. She don't value the relationship or the family as much as he do. I mean, it could be vice versa. I'm not gonna say him, but him or her. Man, kids hear all that shit. They see all that. They feel all that shit. Your kids don't deserve that. Your kids don't deserve to be in that type of situation or environment, because that ain't gonna do nothing but hurt them in the long run. A little girl seeing her mama cry all the time. That shit not healthy. She gonna think that's later on down the road, she gonna think that shit's okay. All because you stayed. She gonna think that's okay for her to stay in that type of relationship. She gonna think it's okay for her man to treat her like that. And then what you gonna do? You gonna be, baby, you deserve better. But she gonna tell you, didn't you go through that? Didn't daddy used to do that to you? Now, and this happens all the time. You see it all the time in movies. You see it in real life. Kids start acting out in school, talking back to parents, getting disrespectful because they're at home in that toxic environment. They're not learning that shit from TV. They're learning that shit from their parents. A toxic relationship is no good. Mom and daddy or anyone in the family, period, even friends. Mika said, hell no, because that energy and shit transfers them, and the shit you think you're hiding from them, they see it and all, and grow up to accept it. Accept the behavior later in life, whatever. Whether becoming an abuser or tolerant. No, I can't read that long one, Jay. But, man, that shit ain't healthy. I don't give a fuck. Me as a dad, man, I'm not ever gonna put my peace at risk for anything. I'm not. My peace of mind is important. My peace of mind helps me deal with my kids, helps me parent my kids. It helps me learn. Mental health is important, man. And in a toxic relationship, mental health is detrimental. For the kids, you gonna sacrifice your mental health and hurt yourself, or hurt your man, or hurt the kids, because you're gonna take the shit out. Y'all's toxic relationship, you're gonna take it out on the kids at some point. You're gonna take that shit out on them, whether it's whooping them, whether it's cussing them out, verbally abusing them, whether it's neglecting them when they need something or want something. You're gonna take that energy out on them. The kids are never worth. Now I'm not putting a value on them. Understand that. I'm not putting a value on the kids. But the kids are not worth risking your relationship, your mental health for the nigga or the man or woman you want to be with. Because at the end of the day, if you stay, I feel like that's selfish on your part. And let me explain why. It's selfish because you want a family. You want your kids to have a dad. So you're willing to keep them in that relationship, that toxic ass relationship, so they can have a dad and have, I don't think that's a smart way of looking at it, in my opinion. I don't think that's smart at all. Because you want that. That's a want. What they need is to get out of that dirty ass environment and put them in a clean environment. Put yourself in a clean environment so you can think clear, so you can help yourself, so you can be a better parent to them kids. It's all right being separated and co-parenting. You will probably have a better co-parenting relationship with that man or woman than you do than being in a relationship with them. And if it don't work out from co-parenting, if they don't want to come around because y'all ain't together, so be it. So be it. You don't gotta force yourself to fucking be with them because they don't want to be a parent. That's their problem. That's what they gotta pay for later on down the road. Not you. You're not paying for that. But when your kids ask you what happened, don't fucking lie to them. Don't sit up and try to bash your parent that ain't there. Don't sit up and say, oh, your daddy wasn't shit, or your daddy cheated. Like, don't tell them that kind of shit. Just tell them, baby, me and your daddy didn't work out. Me and your mama didn't work out, you know? And so he didn't want to come around. But your daddy love you. Your mama love you. That's what you need to be telling them. Don't try to down the other parent and make your children resent them. Resent the other. That's not right. And in the end, you're probably gonna lose, to be honest, because you putting that type of hate inside of your child. That's not cool. And then they're gonna grow up to hate this parent because you made them hate that parent. So they're gonna get to know the other parent at some point, and they're gonna say, why the fuck did you tell me my dad or my mom was like this? And they're not really like this. It was both parties. Both parties played a role in that. It wasn't one party's fault. It wasn't the other party's fault. Because both of y'all are held at risk. Both of y'all are like that. So co-parenting got to be a thing, man. If y'all can't be together, if it's toxic, y'all break up, he move out, he's gone, he in and out of the kids' lives. Fuck you. You got to put you to the side. You ain't shit. Once your kid is there, your kid or kids are born, it is never about you again. Never. It's never about your happiness again. It's never about none of that. Your kids come first. So your kids need to be out that environment. They need to be somewhere else. Safe, happy, in a clean environment. Then your happiness. Okay? Your happiness comes next. Right or wrong? Because if your kids ain't happy, how does that make you happy? But if you hurt and you love that person to death, but you gotta move on, you gotta leave that person, at least your fucking kids are out of that environment. Now you work on you. Your kids happy, they out of there. They might miss dad or mom, but they out of that environment. They're gonna grow better. And seeing them happy gonna make you happy. I don't see it. She said, I grew up in a toxic household. Now that I'm an adult and a mother, I would never put my kids what I went through as a child. Hell no. Never. I would never. I've been in too many toxic relationships. I had to leave my relationship with my baby mama one time. Because all I did was bullshit. And all we did was argue and fight. And that shit ain't cool. And my daughter there. And so I separated myself. I got my shit together. That's what I did. I separated myself. I got my shit together. I grew up. And then I entered that relationship again with a better mindset. A more mature mindset. Because that relationship I was in with my mentality was fucking terrible. It wasn't going to do shit for either one of us but destroy us. It was going to cause me or her to hurt ourselves. Trying to be together for the kids. When really we just loved each other and we didn't want to let each other go. But we was really stunting each other's growth and maturity. That's what we was doing. You know? Kids see daddy run in and out. Kids see mommy crying and running in and out. In and out of lives. And that's one thing I can't fucking stand. I can't stand for a parent to run in and out of their kid's life. Nigga, you here or you not? Like, girl, you gonna stay here or you not? You either in this kid's life or you ain't. I don't do that inconsistent shit. Consistency is the key. Communication is the key. You gotta fucking have that shit. And if you don't have that, and you're in a toxic relationship, bro, remove your fucking self. Get by yourself. Look, matter of fact, get away for a week. Just you take the kids, y'all get away for a week. I guarantee your ass be more happy in that week than you have been in your whole entire relationship. I guarantee it. You ain't got that. You ain't got that person nagging at you. You ain't got that person arguing with you. It's just you and your kids. And you don't keep giving them chances to keep hurting you. You don't keep on doing the same shit expecting different results. Because it don't matter how good you are to that person. They toxic. Y'all don't belong together. At least at this point, y'all don't belong together. Right now, at that point, y'all don't belong together. So leave. Get your shit together. If you want to give it another shot, not that you have to. If you want to give it another shot, then go give it another shot with him. But if it don't work out, leave for good. Stop trying to make shit work for your benefit. Stop making shit work because you want it. And you want a family. And I understand that every woman wants a fucking family. And I ain't going to say every woman because some don't. But majority of the women want a family. Want a kids, a husband, and them, and a house. Every man want a wife, kids, a house. Majority. So, understand that majority wants that, but you don't have to force that. You don't have to force yourself to be in that and cause yourself to be unhappy, and that's going to cause your kids to be unhappy. Don't force it. If it don't work, it don't work. Co-parenting is a thing. And this is another thing with a toxic. If you leave, don't let loneliness drive you back to the motherfucker that made you lonely. And I hope y'all post that shit. Somebody go post that status. Don't let loneliness drive you back into the arms of somebody that left you lonely. Don't do it. Because guess what? You're going to end up lonely again. You're going to end up hurt again. That's what you're going to do. And they're going to hurt you and they're going to leave you lonely so many times, you ain't never going to be yourself again. And if you are, it's going to be hard as a motherfucker to get yourself back. It's going to be hard as fuck to get your self-confidence back. It's going to be hard as fuck to love yourself again because they done took so much from you. So now you got to relearn how to do that. So, and everything that they done took from you, your happiness, they took everything from you. So at some point, they're going to take so much, you ain't going to have nothing left. And you're going to feel empty. You don't have nothing to give yourself, your kids. You ain't going to have shit left. And you let one motherfucker do that because you wanted a family. Because you wanted them to have a dad. You did that. So at some point, you're going to have to take accountability and responsibility for that as well. Yeah, they did it, but you stayed as well. You kept going back as well. That's not for the sake of the kids. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear nobody say, oh, it's for my kids. No, it's not. It ain't for your fucking kids. It's for you. It's a selfish ass move. That shit's selfish. And then sooner or later, if you're in that toxic relationship, and I'm asking, are your kids worth it? Is your kids worth it? And y'all both go to jail for family violence and the state take your kids? Is that shit worth it? Staying in that? Because that's what's going to happen eventually if you don't leave. The state going to pick your fucking kids up. You ain't going to have your kids. All because you tried to force something. That shit ain't cool, man. Y'all need to start thinking shit through. Don't nobody ever think through to say, hey, if I do this, this may happen. And then if that happened, this may happen. And that's going to lead to this. Nobody thinks that through. Y'all just be in y'all's feelings, trying to make shit work, and I'm hurting, and oh, it's hard. Mary, jump the fuck about your feelings and get some fucking common sense about yourself. But I know common sense ain't so common. So at some point, you're going to have to realize that he or she ain't shit. And that you deserve better. Your kids deserve better. Besides you, your kids deserve better. Your kids deserve to see you happy. A healthy relationship with your kids. 100% dedicated, in the right mind. Your kids deserve that. And if you can't agree with me today, and you don't like what I say today, you might as well, go ahead and stop watching Real Spit or tuning in. Because I ain't gonna tell you, I see this too much. I've been through this shit. You ain't gonna tell me nothing that I don't know today. Usually I'm really opinionated, but today I'm bringing the motherfucking facts. I'm not speaking out my feelings, or I'm not speaking on what I think I know. I'm speaking off what I fucking know and been through. So if you really truly love your fucking kids, like you say you do, and you really want to see your kids succeed, and you really want to see your fucking kids grow to be the person you want them to be, or the person that you expect them to be or see them to be, then you'll fucking leave that relationship. And I hope the person that I talked to last night leave the relationship. I hope the guy that should leave that relationship. I hope I know a homeboy, and I hope my homeboy leave that relationship. I talked to him too. But I hope to God that y'all can think it through, and y'all can get yourself together and hold yourself together enough and strong enough to understand that you deserve better, that your kids deserve better. I hope y'all understand that. If you're in that type of relationship, I hope you know that. If anybody in that type of relationship that need to talk or needs somebody to vent to, hit me. I talk to everybody. People hit me up all the time. Hey, Ashton, can you talk? I need some real spit. I'm dead, and I put that on my kids. People always hit me, and I don't mind talking to you. I talked to a motherfucker for an hour and a half the other day about their relationship thing and their toxic relationship. Bruh, if you need help, DM me, talk to me. I got you. But don't sit there and let yourself get hurt. And don't sit there and let yourself get made a fool of and degraded, all because you want a family and you want your kids to have the other parent. Your kids born already. They here. They got both parents. Now, whether the parents decide, like I said, whether the parents decide to be a part of the kid's life, that's on them. They got to answer for that. But you do your fucking part. Don't worry about the other parent. They got to do their part. They got to pull their weight. And the kids see that shit. The kids see all that shit. So if they ain't pulling their weight, just keep doing you. Don't try to, like I said, don't try to down the other parent for not pulling their weight. You know the truth. Your kids know the truth. So keep doing what you do. If you're in that relationship, keep doing what you do. Get out of it. Continue to be happy. Continue to make yourself happy and your kids happy. Don't give up. Don't lose hope. Don't think that it's just you by yourself. You got motherfuckers out here that'll talk to you. I'm here. I got you if you need to talk. But do not sit there in that relationship and get fucking degraded and clowned and made, that's not cool. That's not cool for you. That's not cool for the kids. I mean, it's just fucked up. So to answer the question on my end, are the kids enough to stay in a dating relationship with a toxic parent, with a toxic mother or father? No, they're not enough. They deserve better. Ain't nothing enough to keep anybody in a relationship with kids in that type. Nothing's enough. Not money. Nothing is enough, man. Not fucking jewelry, not clothes. None of that shit is enough to put your kids and yourself mentally at risk. Something bad gonna happen in the end. So leave before something worse. The bad probably already happened. So leave before the worst happens. And then you're gonna be looking stupid as fuck. Talking about, I wish I would have left a long time ago. Stop wishing and just do it. Ain't nothing in life but to do the shit. Either you're gonna do the shit or you're not. Either you're gonna stay in your feelings and stay with your heart and listen to your heart and watch that bitch get stepped on, ripped apart, and fucked up, and you're gonna be fucked up, or you're going to use your head. You're going to get yourself out of there. You're going to get your kids out of there. And you're going to get right, with or without. If you got to struggle, at least you ain't over there in that relationship. At least you ain't getting beat on. At least you ain't getting cheated on. At least you can sleep at night. You got your peace. And with your peace, your mental health is going to be perfect. Not perfect. It'll grow. And you'll grow into a new person. And your kids will be different people. So if y'all know anybody, man, that is going through that, man, you don't got to tag them in my video, but refer them to this video. If you know anybody going through that and you know you can't talk to them, they don't want to listen to you, refer them to me so I can help them. I can talk to them. Sometimes people need a vent and they don't vent to everybody. But I can relate. So, I'm home, man. I have my little girls in there and shit. So, man, y'all like the video, share the video, comment on it, man. This shit go out. This shit is for anybody in a toxic relationship. So, man, y'all be safe today, man. Real spit coming to you. I still haven't dropped my merch yet. I'm going to do it, man. But I'm all at y'all, man. I'm going to get in with my kids. Y'all have a good day.